Knife dope. More dope. Come and get your figs. What's up, fuckers? Your boy's back with a fresh batch of dope. Knife dope. That's right, people. The hits don't stop. Got one today that's got two knives up in this joint. This one came to me courtesy of Casey from Knives Fast. He is the owner of Tempest Knives, so be sure to give him a follow if you aren't already. He is part of one of the pass around groups that I'm involved in. So these actually touched down a couple of days ago, and they just been waiting for me to get into them. So we about to find out. Today's unboxing knife is this one. This one was voted by me as the ugliest knife of 2022. But I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Like a redheaded stepchild. This is the Petrified Fish Nightingale. The way I acquired this knife was it was actually marketed as a woman's knife. And so therefore I bought it for my wife, trying to get her to be Mrs. Knife Dope. But she wants no part of that. So I ended up just dyeing the scales. These were originally like a white color. It's like a feather type of shit, you know, hence the name Nightingale. But the blade and the action, the deployment method is fucking money, bro. It really is. So it's just stuck around, you know, one of my many, many knives that just live in cases. But enough about that. Let's get to the dope. All right, now, if you do enjoy the content, I'd ask that you would share, like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe, goddammit. It does help the channel. It does trick that algorithm. And it does help your boy to go viral. Okay, enough of that shit. So this has got two knives up in this piece. So let's see which one we're going to get to first. I'll tell you what. One of them is something that I had never had on the channel before. So we're going to do that one second. We'll get to this first one like this. This is a new offering from Best Techman. Now, full disclosure, I really have enjoyed everything that Best Techman has released thus far. This, of course, is their most recent one, which I've never tried yet. And the name alone kind of turned me off to that. And I'll touch on that here in a minute. But shit, I loved both the Mini Dundee, the regular Dundee, the Ronin. I enjoyed them all. But this one, like I said, there's the, the model number. And that's the name, Good Boy. That shit seemed kind of suspect to me. So I just, once I heard the name, I checked out. But I had actually seen the knife and it looked it looked interesting, you know. So I said, go ahead and send it on down so we can give it a look. So a couple of things also that kind of steered me clear of this is the steel. The price is great though. I ain't gonna shit you on that. Now, for those of you who might not know exactly, Best Techman is the budget alternative to Best Tech. And they do make some good quality knives, man. I ain't gonna shit you. So here's the Good Boy. She comes in, or rather he comes in at $53.90. There goes more of that weird pricing by these companies. Oh shit, I did not know. We've got a crown spine, people. Crown spine. We've got one form of deployment, which is these robust thumb studs. Anodized blue. It is a plunge lock, aka a button lock. This version is like the sky blue G10. The G10, it's not bad, you know, not bad at all. We've got a stainless steel folded over pocket clip that is inset with flat screws, crown spine, all this shit for 53 bucks, man. Fucking crazy. All right, let's go ahead and deploy the knife. One more again. Okay. Yeah, they executed that good. Nice, snappy, great action on the retraction. Straight drop. Look at that. Locking up tighter than Frog's ass, for sure. I got no play. Up, down, right, left. Let's check about detent lash. No detent lash. Yeah, that's not bad, people. Overall length came in at 8.19 inches, so full-size knife. open back construction. We've got stainless steel liners with a good amount of weight reduction milling going on. Plunge grind has been avoided, so you do have a couple of sharpenings in there for sure. Now the blade steel is D2, so I know a lot of people, myself included, aren't really big about D2, but at least they're giving us a nice gray DLC finish. Wait a minute. Looks like we've got a dual grind as well. You guys see that? Look at the tip there. Yeah. So we've got a dual flat grind. Blade stock thickness on this came in at 138 thousandths. Yeah. Something else that people may not know about the DLC is that it is a really, really hard material, you know. And therefore, if you get a scratch or what you may think is a scratch on the knife, you can actually remove that. Just a little bit of elbow grease, a magic eraser, and some mineral oil will get it done. So there's a hack for y'all. Let's go ahead and weight on this came in at 3.46 ounces. Now let's go ahead and put up some knives for some size comparison. Basically a little bit of knife flexing. You know how we do. Gotta come with America first. We're gonna roll like this. The Spyderco PM2 Blade Ops exclusive with that Emerson Wave feature. And actually, the Good Boy is about neck and neck with that. Next up, another recent acquisition, one that I'm really enjoying and I have no problem recommending, and that's going to be the Flytanium Arcade. So the Good Boy is a little bit bigger than the Arcade. Let's do a couple more, shall we? How about some Best Techman vibes? Mini Dundee. I love that little fucking Dundee. I swear, I can't really tell you why. It's just super snappy flipper. Perfect little work knife. You really don't, you know, it's an O-Stop Hell design, so maybe that's got something to do with it. I really do like his designs. So the Good Boy's bigger than that. Next up, the first Best Techman I ever purchased, and one that made my budget knife of the year list, and that is the Best Techman Ronin. You see, they went 14C on this Ronin, and for the life of me, I don't understand why they didn't do it on that Good Boy. I'm sure it's got something to do with, you know, either trying to maintain a certain price point, because, you know, actually I don't know why, because shit, they gave us a crossbar lock. I can't imagine a crossbar lock would be, you know, or I can't imagine the plunge lock would be much more money to manufacture than a plunge lock. But of course, I am not a knife maker, so I cannot confirm or deny that. But that Good Boy is also bigger than that. Let's do two more. God damn it, two more. This next one I just got back to the house. She was on loan to another channel, so I'm glad to have her back, and that is the Jack Wolf Knives Gunslinger. So the Good Boy is also bigger than that. Last but certainly not least, the unofficial overseas knife of the channel, and up until today, the best budget button lock known. But I tell you, they got some strong competition with this fucking Good Boy. Very impressed with that whole lock face geometry and lockup. 100%. So there we see that. So what are my thoughts? I tell you what, man. Name aside and blade steel aside, I like this. I really do. You know, my main issue with the D2 blade steel is I'm located here in the South. So humidity and precipitation is a big thing for me down here. Hence why I tend to gravitate more towards the stainless steels, the true stainless steels, or even knives that are impervious to the elements, a la Quiet Carry. So those are knives I tend to gravitate more towards too, but this is not bad. I'm really, I'm impressed, I should say, you know, 53 bucks. Let's get to this next one. Now, this next one's really got me interested. Like I mentioned, this is something that I've never reviewed on the channel. This is actually what they call a utility folder. So hence a utility knife. This is coming from a company called Nuck Knives. Not Cuck. This is a cuck-free zone, fuckers. You know that. This is Nuck Knives. So for this is they have a Kickstarter that's active right now. If you look them up underneath, I think it's Kumpanter or Kumpanter, Kumpanter. You can find them on the Kickstarter campaign. $35, and you're gonna get this pouch along with the contents. So out the gate, I like the pouch. Now I wonder why they did this. Okay, I feel like that's almost like a little bit of false advertisement. You know, They tried to imply that this is American made when it's not by putting my flag on there. I don't like that type of shit. I think that's sneaky tactics. All right, now let's get to this. It's got a little bit of weight to it. Now, there were several versions to this that you could have chosen on the Kickstarter. I think they had titanium, aluminum, G10. Based on the weight of this, I'm going to venture to say that this is the stainless steel. I say that, but yet there's some nice anodization going on there, so I don't think that is steel. I would try to put a magnet on there, but we've got these thick stainless steel liners that are going to give me that pull, so I won't be able to... This might be aluminum. It just might be. I don't fucking know. Who knows? They didn't give me no information with it. But right out the gate, I can see also something that I didn't know. There's a front flipper on this. We've got thumb studs as well. This is actually a liner lock. Closed position, we're looking at 3.9 inches. Open back construction. Folded over stainless steel pocket clip. Now, I love the way they did the pocket clip. That is a true deep carry. You know, I love when they put it behind the scale there at the butt of the knife. That's fantastic. And once again, look at that. Recessed with flat screws. I hope Microtech is paying attention. Now let's go ahead and go front flipper first. Woo! T10 is dialed the fuck in. Oh my God, look at this, bro. This is pretty fucking cool. I did not think I was gonna like this. Woo! Fantastic. Yeah, this is riding on on bearings, people. I don't think I've ever heard of a utility knife like this riding on bearings. Maybe they have been. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going off my memory. Now, overall length comes in at 6.9 inches. We've got a nice finger choil for you to choke up and get that full purchase on. Now, one of the cool things that, you know, normally I'm not inclined to like, but I can see this being something that I would carry. You can swap these razor blades out. Now, they list these as being D2. Now, I don't know if you have to get their brand because of these, you know, these access holes. I guess the way this works is you loosen that up and then you loosen this set screw up and then place that blade in accordingly. Looks like that's a T6 there. We've got a T8 and a pivot. This is pretty fucking cool. I'm impressed. Now, they say the blade comes in at 2.99, so I'm assuming that they're counting the assembly part of the blade, or rather the knife as well. We've got a 118 thousandths on our blade stock. Now, the thumb studs, they are a little slippery. There's no texture on them. They are not removable. Looks like they've been pressed in there. So, would have liked to have perhaps had a little bit more texture on the thumb studs. I'm impressed, yo. For 35 bucks, shitting me. Overall weight, I think, well, the overall weight was listed at 4.18 ounces. I don't know if that's the G10 version. I don't know if that's the aluminum version. But this feels a little bit more heavier than 4.18 ounces. Let's go ahead and put up some knives for some size comparison. Got to do America first. We're going to roll like this. The PM Mac 2, the McNeese PM Mac 2, 3-inch rendition. And we can see here that actually those two appear to be neck and neck. Next up, another recent acquisition. We're going to roll like this. The Giant Mouse Ace Nazca. Now that Nazca's got some similar vibes with the thumb studs. They are a little bit slippery, but at least I could change those out. And we can see here also that the Nuck is smaller than the Nazca. Let's do a couple more, shall we? How about some budget vibes? The Vosteed Raccoon. Now that's the most recent iteration of the Raccoon with that fantastic cleaver blade shape. I think this one is, what is the blade steel in this? 14C still. So we can see here that the Nuck is also smaller than that. How about some royalty? The Kubi Royale. Big shout out to Colin Mason Pierre, one half of the Devo Boys, for this fantastic design he contributed to the community. And we can see here that the Nuck is also smaller than that. Let's do two more. God damn it, two more. How about some legendary EDCs? None better than this one. The QSP Penguin. So we can see here that actually that gives me very similar design language. and that is bigger than the Nuck. Last but certainly not least, another legendary EDC, one that I think we tend to forget about, but is a fantastic option, especially for the price point. We're looking at the Petrified Fish Mini Beluga. Now, is it just me, or would you guys not love a premium version of that Mini Beluga? Could you imagine some fat carbon, fucking, 20 CV? Shitting me. Well, I can see here that the Nuck is about the same size as that Mini Beluga. Well, people, I'll tell you what, I did not expect to like the two knives that were in this package, Hence kind of why they just sat around for a couple of days. I didn't seem like, wasn't much in a rush to check them out. But I'm thoroughly impressed. I really am. The Good Boy in particularly, I did not think I would enjoy that at all. But shit, I'll tell you what, even more so with that Nuck folder. I thought that was, I thought it was nothing that I would be interested in. But hey, this is why you play the game, right? But more importantly, what do you fuckers think? 16 minutes in, and I need to hear from you. Tell me all about it. Love you, mean it. Until the next time, cut something, cut someone, just don't cut yourself. Stay dangerous, fuckers!